On January 10, 2026, a political earthquake erupted from a federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. At 3:17 p.m., U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan took an unprecedented step. She issued a formal criminal referral to Congress, demanding immediate impeachment proceedings against former President Donald Trump. This was not a mere suggestion. It was a direct, historic request from the judiciary to the legislature, declaring Trump's conduct a grave threat to the rule of law. Judges have never initiated impeachment. That power has always belonged to the House of Representatives. But Judge Chutkan argued that Trump's repeated, flagrant defiance of court orders had created a constitutional crisis. She declared that the court's standard tools, warnings, fines, contempt citations, were powerless to rein in a former president determined to undermine justice. Legal scholars called it a constitutional Hail Mary, a last-ditch effort to preserve the integrity of the system. The referral passed the baton to Congress, making lawmakers responsible for confronting what she called an ongoing attack on America's legal institutions. News of the referral spread instantly, dominating headlines and social media. For many, it was a stunning escalation, a sign that the legal battles around Trump had become a full-blown constitutional confrontation. The question was no longer just about Trump's charges, but whether the system itself could withstand a direct challenge from someone refusing to be bound by its rules. Judge Chutkan's action forced the nation to confront that question, one way or another. Judge Chutkan's referral was built on a mountain of evidence, detailed in a 47-page document sent to every member of Congress. It cited 14 specific violations of court orders by Trump over 3 months, deliberate acts of defiance, including repeated breaches of a gag order meant to protect witnesses and the jury. The evidence included time-stamped social media posts, transcripts from contempt hearings, and records of Trump's continued defiance despite warnings and fines. Most damning were phone records and encrypted messages showing alleged coordination with co-defendants, violating a no-contact order. Sworn declarations from former federal judges called Trump's conduct unprecedented and a threat to the judiciary. Internal communications from Trump's legal team revealed they acknowledged the violations and strategized around them. Audio recordings captured Trump discussing plans to defy court orders and attack prosecutors and court staff. Judge Chutkan argued she had exhausted every judicial remedy, warnings, fines, contempt citations, but Trump's behavior only intensified. Her referral was a formal declaration that the judiciary's authority had reached its limit. The evidence painted a picture of a former president actively sabotaging the rule of law. Only the ultimate political remedy, impeachment, could address the danger he posed to democratic institutions. Congress now faced undeniable proof of a constitutional crisis. The stakes had never been higher. Judge Chutkan's referral hit Congress like a lit fuse, transforming a simmering debate into an urgent crisis. Previously, impeachment articles against Trump had languished with only 87 co-sponsors. Within hours of the referral, support surged to 231, enough for a clear House majority. Moderate Republicans from swing districts broke ranks, citing their constitutional duty and the overwhelming evidence. House leadership invoked Rule 99 Section 2, a fast-track procedure for national emergencies, requiring a vote within 72 hours. The vote was set for Monday, January 13th, today. The Capitol became a frenzy of emergency caucuses, frantic vote counting, and media scrutiny. The nation watched as the House prepared for a historic vote. My restored vote. The possible impeachment of a former president at the explicit request of the judiciary. The outcome would define American history. As D.C. braced for the impeachment vote, Trump responded on Truth Social, attacking the judiciary and calling the process a political witch hunt. In a provocative post, he warned, "They are not just coming for me, they are coming for you," and urged his supporters to converge on Washington. He ended with, "The Second Amendment exists for moments like this." Law enforcement saw this as a direct incitement to violence, recalling the rhetoric before January 6, 2021. The National Guard was activated, barricades erected, and thousands of troops deployed around the Capitol. Pro-Trump protesters and counter-protesters gathered, creating a volatile, tense atmosphere. The city became a fortified zone, with the nation watching to see if a social media post would ignite new unrest. Washington held its breath. Judge Chutkan's referral triggered a seismic split within the Republican Party. Loyalists, led by figures like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz, doubled down on claims of a deep state conspiracy and attacked colleagues supporting impeachment. They vowed to fight the process and threatened primary challenges against defectors. Meanwhile, a coalition of moderate Republicans and constitutional conservatives argued that Trump's actions had crossed a line. Representatives like Don Bacon and Mike Lawler insisted their oath to the Constitution outweighed party loyalty. Their public defection gave bipartisan legitimacy to impeachment and exposed a deep rift within the GOP. The party's future, populist loyalty or constitutional order, now hinged on the impeachment vote. The outcome would shape the GOP for years to come. While impeachment dominated headlines, Judge Chutkan also sent her evidence to the Department of Justice, triggering a parallel criminal investigation. Federal prosecutors began examining evidence of witness tampering, obstruction, and perjury. This meant Trump faced simultaneous threats: political removal and potential criminal indictment. Senate acquittal would offer no protection from prosecution. Meanwhile, whispers of invoking the 25th Amendment circulated among top officials, citing Trump's erratic behavior and incitement as possible grounds for removal. Though a long shot, the mere discussion underscored the crisis's severity. The nation now faced a trifecta of pressure on a former president: impeachment, criminal investigation, and the specter of the 25th Amendment. Each path threatened Trump's political future and the country's stability. The crisis in Washington sent shockwaves through the nation's economy, global standing, and social fabric. Financial markets plunged amid fears of instability and unrest. America's allies watched with alarm, worried the U.S. was too consumed by internal conflict to lead on the world stage. Adversaries like Russia and China seized on the chaos, using it as propaganda to undermine U.S. influence. Domestically, the impeachment fight deepened political and social divisions, fueling a cultural war across workplaces, families, and social media. The barricaded Capitol became a symbol of national discord. Americans were forced to confront hard questions about democracy, the rule of law, and the country's future. The answers seemed more divided than ever. The nation stood at a historic crossroads, facing four possible futures. First, impeachment and Senate conviction, ending Trump's political career and barring him from office. Second, impeachment but Senate acquittal. Trump remains eligible to run, but carries the stain of a second impeachment. Third, invocation of the 25th Amendment, a rapid and explosive removal if Trump is deemed unfit. Fourth, criminal prosecution, with new indictments possible regardless of political outcomes. Each path carried profound consequences for Trump and the nation. Even acquittal or avoidance of removal would not shield him from legal jeopardy. The battle between Trump and the justice system was far from over. The nation's future remained perilously uncertain.